Hey, good morning. So, as we can see, Donald Trump is throwing a wild haymaker. China, who was in the middle of doing their own business, was basically sitting there waiting to make a trade deal with Donald Trump. And Donald Trump decided that he was going to swing so hard that his body carried his own weight past his shoulder. And everyone knows that once you launch your body further than the base of your own energy, you automatically become off balance. Unfortunately for Donald Trump right now in the United States of America, we have no viable pressure left against China. And so when you attack in such a way and your body becomes off balance, what's the first rule of the art? You are supposed to watch the body style and the technique and then take the balance that's already ahead of the body and force it upon itself and then throw it off a bridge. So now the United States' arm has reached past its body point and its tipping is its own self. So in order to throw the United States off a bridge, it just requires China to agree that they will no longer allow imports from the United States that do not have any of their own sanctioning, and then to cut off the United States entirely on its agriculture, forcing the United States to have to go through other means to reduce their load of agriculture and crushing the Midwest and Donald Trump's economy. It's very simple. Donald Trump doesn't realize that South America and the destabilization he's done down there has created a need for a balance, a need for that same energy that he just exerted at China to be placed down there. And like a boomerang, all the dragon has to do is grab a hold of that extra energy from Donald Trump and those 25% tariffs and focus it into South America and restructure South America. Once he does this and he starts producing everything down in South America under protective clauses, then he'll have enough people that can go down to South America. Fortunately for China, South America is not like Africa at all. It has not been exploited like Africa, and it's not completely divided based on the political engine of democracy. And so they do want to make it for their people, and they do want to produce, and they have lots of land down there that is wide open and highly adept to producing the food products that they need. And so it's a win-win solution. Donald Trump doesn't like South America. He doesn't like the idea of those people coming here or getting a better life. And he really thinks that they live in holes and that they deserve that. And I don't agree with that. He also thinks that China is a third world country and should be pushed around and never have the rights. So all China has to do is invest its money that's a loss from here into South America and then run all of their shipping right through the Panama Canal, and they will control the whole southern half of the United States. It's super simple, because if the United States wants to export to China, then it can just export to Panama Canal, and then the purchases can be made there and then moved to China, especially since Panama Canal is owned by China. That's a problem with getting over your skis, Mr. Trump. When you get out there like that and you swing so hard that your whole body's launched into it, you can't pull back. All the dragon has to do is just grab your hand and put his hip into your hip and then push his foot onto your foot and flip you right off the bridge. And then you're flying. And once you're off your feet, you're out of control. There's nothing you can do with your body but land, and you're not a good tumbler. You've never been a good tumbler. You don't even know what tumbling is. You would do a somersault and a backflip and end up in a garbage disposal. So, God bless God. Losing has its benefits, though. Has its benefits for the world. China is a world leader, and it has created a structure within its own people that have provided for safety, security, and even though they are not the first world country, they do try very hard to produce the types of things that people need, which is a loving country, not based on Twitter and hate. God bless God.